Okay, so I'm going to try and make this video as quick as I possibly can because I have to leave soon. So, all I wanted to say was that this is in response to Sarah Looney, whatever, Lady Gaga, Judas is Evil video. Well, first of all, you are very much a hypocrite. Which I'm going to say that everybody is a hypocrite in some way, but the way that you are hypocritical is kind of very aggravating, and your video very much offended me. Because I'm just first going to say off that I'm Christian. I've been raised Christian, and right now working on probably converting to Mormonism, which I know Catholics don't really like Mormons, but whatever. But here I am, and I'm just trying to listen to the new Lady Gaga song because I haven't heard it yet. And all of a sudden I find this girl talking about how Lady Gaga's evil. And I'm just like, okay. And then I look at her other videos, and I noticed she listens to Katy Perry. She listens to Justin Bieber. I'm not saying Justin Bieber is evil, because I really can't point out anything about him that makes him evil. But I know Katy Perry, if she is going to judge Lady Gaga the way she did with Katy Perry as well, Katy Perry would be considered evil if she looked at Katy Perry the same way she looked at Lady Gaga. I can name 3 songs by Katy Perry that are about sex. E.T., You're So Gay, and California Girls. And then not only that, but this girl has this huge thing against homosexuality. But then Katy Perry's first hit was, oh, I don't know, I Kissed a Girl. She is talking about another female kissing a female. And that's not wrong. Okay, so you like Katy Perry because Lady Gaga sang a song that just happened to mention demons and Jesus and everything in the same song. It's all automatically, she's devil woman. Okay, sorry about the noise, but first thing, the upside down cross for Lady Gaga was not in Bad Romance. It was in Alejandro. And I've only watched each of these videos once, and I know this. Second of all,
yeah, me too.
Second of all, you will not go to hell for having sex. Now, if you are trying to say that you will go to hell for having sex before marriage, I get what you're trying to say, but you did not specify that. You said you will go to hell if you have sex. And that means that any form of reproduction will send you to hell. Well, guess what? You, I don't know, were created from your parents having intercourse, which means they had sex, which means, oh, your parents are going to hell? Okay. Why don't you tell your parents that one? Then another thing, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to look this up right now though, that Judas is not another name for Jesus. I'm pretty sure, but I'm just gonna double check. Okay, I found this definition. It says, Judas is mentioned only in the Gospels and at the beginning of Acts. According to the account given in the Gospels, he's carried the disciples' money box and betrayed Jesus for a bribe of 30 pieces of silver by pointing him out to arresting Roman soldiers. The pieces of silver were most likely silver Tyrian shekels, the only coins accepted at the Temple of Jerusalem. Judas Iscariot, son of Simon Iscariot, should not be confused with Jude Thaddeus, who was also one of the 12 disciples and a brother of James the Less. After Jesus' arrest by the Roman authorities, But before his execution, the guilt-ridden Judas returned to the priest and committed suicide. The Gospel of Matthew says he hanged himself. The Acts of the Apostles, however, say that he purchased a field with the reward of iniquity, and falling headlong, he burst asunder in the midst, and all his bowels gushed out. This field is called Akeldama, or Field of Blood. Acts 1 goes on to say that his place among the apostles was filled by Matthias. So in other words, Judas is not Jesus. Judas was somebody who betrayed Jesus in a way. So therefore, when Lady Gaga says she's having sex with Judas, which I haven't looked at the Judas Lady Gaga lyrics, she is not saying she's having sex with Jesus, which is what you said. She is saying she is having sex with Judas, who betrayed Jesus. In the lyrics it says, Jesus is my virtue, Judas is the demon I cling to. So in other words, Jesus is her virtue, which means she loves Jesus. But she happens to cling to Judas, which means she's kind of stuck in between. What should she do? She's having doubts about her religion. That is basically what she is saying. So, meaning she's giving into temptation and what's considered sin and everything else. That's basically what she is saying in Judas when she says she is having sex with this Judas character. So she's not saying she's having sex with Jesus. She's saying she's having sex with sin, in other words. And everybody does that. You cannot say you've never sinned. You cannot. It is impossible. Everybody has sinned. Everybody. So you can't say you haven't. I mean, seriously? Nobody's perfect except for God. And so the only person who can really say that anybody is going to hell is God. And when you try to say that you have the ability to tell a person to go to hell, you are saying that you are a God and for some reason have a higher power to determine who is and who is not going to hell, which inadvertently is a sin in itself. So you sin by telling sinners that they're going to hell, because nobody can do that except for God. So I don't want to say you're stupid, but that was my first thought when I watched your video. I do regret thinking that, because I understand that there is some misunderstanding with that song. But I'm a very big music person. I always have been my entire life. I'm a very big theater person. Always have been. So I know how to analyze what lyrics mean and everything else, and I'm working on becoming an English teacher, and so I know what I'm talking about. And I obviously, just right in front of you just now, looked up Judas and who he was and what he did, and I'll put the link in the description for you. Judas was somebody who betrayed Jesus. He was not Jesus. So your first point in your video was wrong. Your second point about not having sex making you go to hell was wrong. And your third point, telling everybody who listens to Lady Gaga that they are going to hell, was wrong and basically made you sin. And you do not need to go to confession for listening to a song. Yes, music can have effects on your mind, but listening to a song is not a sin, no matter what the song is about, as unfortunate as that may be. And your fourth point was totally hypocritical, because you listen to Katy Perry and she sings about sex. Your fifth point about how Lady Gaga is a Satanist, well, you can't really defend it because your facts about her videos were wrong. She did not wear an upside down cross in Bad Romance. It was Alejandro. And guess what? It's her choice. It's her life. If you want to interpret her music that way, that's your choice. Now, I'm gonna go, because I have to leave soon anyway. So, I hope you take my feelings into consideration, and I hope to not see another video like this, because it's very upsetting, and it offended a lot of people. And I'm trying to be really nice right now, because I'm not yelling at you. I'm basically telling you what facts were wrong and right. So, would you please consider taking your video down and not posting anything like this again? That's all I have to say.